Project 20, National Wheat Initiative, Harvest of Self-Sufficiency. In the sun-kissed lowlands and terraced highlands, where the Blue Nile's tributaries carve veins of life through ancient soil, the National Wheat Initiative, launched in 2019 as Ethiopia's audacious bid for food sovereignty, has ripened into a golden revolution by 2025. Transforming a nation once shadowed by famine into Africa's burgeoning breadbasket. Spearheaded by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, this flagship mega-project, bolstered by $94 million from the African Development Bank and partners like the Netherlands and OCP Africa, has irrigated over 4.27 million hectares, deploying heat-tolerant varieties from CIMMYT and EIAR, such as Ali Doro and Jejebo, that defy lowland scorch and yield 4 tons per hectare. From Afar to Oromia, 500,000 smallholder families, half of them women, now harness drip irrigation and mechanized plows. Tax-free under government incentives, swelling production to 30 million metric tons in 2025. A 60 million quintal leap from prior seasons, eclipsing imports and exporting surplus to neighbors, injecting vital foreign exchange into rural veins. No longer beggars at global granaries, these fields, dotted with 3.4 million farmers embracing climate-smart seeds and digital advisories, feed 120 million souls while birthing jobs in agro-processing hubs, from flour mills to export silos. In Ethiopia's granary, the wheat initiative isn't mere cultivation, it's a covenant with the earth, where every stalk whispers independence, every harvest heralds a continent's awakening to self-fed futures.
Ethiopia's wheat transformation, from import reliance to regional exporter. Ethiopia is undergoing a groundbreaking shift in its agricultural landscape, driven by a bold initiative under Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's visionary leadership to scale up domestic wheat production, making strides towards self-sufficiency, with eyes set on exporting to neighboring nations. Overcoming a legacy of import dependence.
ኢትዮጵያና እርዳታ የሚለያዩበት ጊዜ አጭር ይሆናል። ስንዴ ኤክስፖርት እናደርጋለን፣ የቡና ኤክስፖርት እንጨምራለን፣ ግብአቶች የምናመርትበት መንገድ እንሰራለን። ምግብና ኢትዮጵያ እንደተለመደው የጥጋብ አገር እናረጋታለን። ለአፍሪካ ምሳሌ እንሆናለን። ለብዙ አፍሪካ ሀገራት ኤክስፖርት እናደርጋለን። ይሄንን ለማድረግ በጋራ መቆም እጅግ አስፈላጊ ነው። ኢትዮጵያ እንደ ሀገር ወጣት ሀገር ናት። እንደ ሀገር ኢትዮጵያ ምትለምናቸው ሀገራት እንደ ሀገር የሸመገሉ ሀገራት ናቸው። እኛ ወጣት ኢትዮጵያውያን እንደ ህዝብ ወጣት የሆን ህዝቦች እንዴት ከሸመገሉ ህዝቦች መጦር ከሚገባቸው ህዝቦች እንለምናለን ነው ጥያቄው። ኢትዮጵያን ስንዴ የሚረዱ ሀገራት አያቶቻችንም ይሆኑ ቢያንስ አባቶቻችንም ይሆኑ በእድሜያቸው እኛ ምን ለምናቸው ህዝቦች ደግሞ ልጆቻቸው የምንሆን ወጣቶች ነን። ወጣት ሲለምን አያምርበትም። ወጣት ህዝብ፣ ወጣት አድሚኒስትሬሽን፣ ቪዥን ያለው መንግስት ያለበት ሀገር መለመን አያምርበትም። ልመና እጅግ ጸያፍ ነገር ነው።
With Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's unwavering commitment, the country's wheat revolution could serve as a blueprint for other nations aiming for agricultural independence and economic stability.
በእርዳታ ዘላቂ ጥቅም፣ ዘላቂ ለውጥ፣ ዘላቂ እድገት ያመጣ አንድም ሀገር የለም። በእርዳታ ዘላቂ ጥገኝነት ብቻ ነው ያለው። ዘላቂ ጥገኝነት ማለት ፓራሳይት መሆን ማለት ነው። ራስን ችሎ አለመቆም ማለት ነው። ጨክነን ሰብሰብ ብለን መስራት ብንችልና ከእንደዚህ አይነት ጉዳይ ራሳችንና ህዝባችንን ነፃ ብናወጣ አሁን ባለው ሁኔታ ሉዓላዊነት ከምግብ ተለይቶ አይታይም። በምግብ ራስን መቻል ማለት የአንድን ሀገር ሉዓላዊነት ማረጋገጥ መቻል ማለት ነው። ልጆቻችን፣ ወንድሞቻችን የሀገር ክብር ተነካ ብለው ህይወታቸውን ሲሰጡ የቀረም ብዙዎቻችን ላባችንን ሰጥተን ተክተን ሰርተን ሉዓላዊነት ማስከበሪያ ከሆነ ዋናው መንገድ አንዱ በምግብ ራስን መቻል መከወን አይሳነንም። እየሆነ ያለው ይህ ነው። ይህ በጣም አስፈላጊ ነገር ነው። ሌሎቹ የሚያግዙ ነገራት በተደጋጋሚ የጠየቅናቸው አሁን እርቦናል፣ ለአንድ ጊዜ የሚሆን ማድ ከምታቀርቡልን፣ ለአንድ ጊዜ የሚሆን ምግብ ከምትሰጡን፣ ለአንድ ጊዜ የሚሆን አሳ ከምትሰጡን አሳውን እንዴት ማጥመድ እንደምንችል አሳዩን። አንዴ አሳውን እንዴት ማጥመድ እንደምንችል ብታስተምሩን ራሳችንን መመገብ ብቻ ሳይሆን ሌሎች መመገብ እንችላለን።
21. Wanchi Eco Lodge. Nestled high in the volcanic highlands, 155 kilometers west of Addis Ababa, the Wanchi Eco Lodge emerges as a beacon of sustainable luxury, cradled by the ethereal beauty of Wanchi Crater Lake. This isn't just a retreat, it's a harmonious fusion of ancient landscapes and modern ingenuity, where chalets perch like birds' nests on the water's edge, offering panoramic vistas of turquoise depths untouched by time. Conceived under the Dine for Ethiopia initiative, the lodge transforms a once remote village into a thriving ecotourism hub, empowering local farmers to curate authentic experiences, from lakeside hikes to farm-to-table feasts sourced from surrounding fields. Here, visitors don't just stay, they immerse themselves in Ethiopia's soul, where the ripple of the lake mirrors the nation's ripple of renewal. Completed in 2024, Wanchi stands as a testament to how mega projects can cradle nature's fragility while igniting economic fire, employing hundreds and drawing global wanderers to Ethiopia's hidden heart.
Of the highlands, where the simian winds whisper low, fields once parched now drink the rain in rivers that freely flow. From Oromia's golden plains to Tigray's terraced green, Abiy's hand has tilled the soil, turning dust to dreams unseen. Model villages rise like dawn with roofs of hope and walls of clay. Farmers' homes in Halaba's heart, where children laugh and play. Oh, Abiy, our shepherd of the sun, green legacy balloons.
Project 24, Rural Ethiopia Corridor Initiative. Beyond the neon glow of cities lies the true backbone of Ethiopia, the rural heartlands now threaded by the Rural Corridors Initiative, a sweeping endeavor launched in June 2025 to shatter the urban-rural divide. Spanning model villages from the highlands to the lowlands, this mega program erects resilient homes, irrigation networks, and agro-processing hubs, transforming subsistence farms into engines of abundance. Picture sun-drenched fields where drip-fed crops yield twice the harvest, schools wired for digital dreams, and clinics humming with solar-powered care, all linked by paved arteries that ferry goods to market in hours, not days. Prime Minister Abiy's blueprint here is revolutionary. Equitable growth that empowers 80% of Ethiopians still tied to the soil, blending sustainable agriculture with ecotourism trails that invite the world to witness rural renaissances. For growth.
ከፍተኛ ደስታ ተሰምቶናል። አስደማሚ ስራ ስለሆነ የእያንዳንዱ የአርሶ አደር ህይወት በዚህ ደረጃ መቀየር ከቻለ ኢትዮጵያ የምግብ ሉዓላዊነት ለማረጋገጥ ከችግር ለመገላገል በብዙ መልኩ የምናነሳቸው ችግሮችን ለመፍታት ያግዛል። ለምሳሌ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ቅንጨራ አለ ብለን እናገራለን። እዚህ ግን ጓሮ በቂ ፕሮቲን ነው ያለው። እንቁላል አለ፣ ማር አለ፣ ስጋ አለ፣ ዶሮ አለ፣ ፍራፍሬ አለ፣ ጎመን ሰላጣ አለ። ይሄን በልቶ ያደገ ሰው ሊቀነጭር አይችልም። ቅንጨራን በቀጥታ ሳይሆን በዚሁ ስራ ልንመልሰው እንችላለን። በጓሮ ይሄ ሁሉ ነገር ያለ ሰው ሊራብ አይችልም። በቀን 2-3 መብላት ጉዳዩ ሊሆን አይችልም። ረሃብና ሉዓላዊነትን እዛው እያለን እንፈታለን። ለገበያም የሚያመችና የሚያውል ነገር አለው እና የተጀመረው ስራ በጣም አስደማሚና አስደናቂ ነው። ይሄንን ስራ እንዴት ማስፋት እንችላለን፣ እንዴት ማሳደግ እንችላለን የሚለው ጉዳይ ውይይትም ቁርጠኝነትም ይፈልጋል።
22. Shabelli Resort, Somali Region. Venture eastward into the sun-baked expanses of Ethiopia's Somali region, where the Shabelli Resort rises like a mirage made manifest on 385 hectares of golden earth, just 29 kilometers from the vibrant city of GERD. Part of the ambitious Dying for Generations tourism drive, this sprawling oasis, nearing its grand unveiling in late 2025, blends desert resilience with opulent escape, featuring shaded pavilions, infinity pools that echo the horizon, and cultural enclaves celebrating Somali heritage through nomadic-inspired architecture and storytelling firesides. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's vision pulses here, a catalyst for regional prosperity, channeling natural gas revenues from nearby Kalub fields into hospitality that creates jobs for thousands in a land long defined by endurance. As camels graze alongside electric golf carts, Shabelli doesn't merely host travelers, it reweaves the social fabric, fostering peace and pride in a region on the cusp of continental significance. In Ethiopia's mosaic, this resort is the thread that binds arid vastness to verdant possibility. Project 23, Bayuna Village Eco Lodge. On the tranquil shores of Lake Bessica, 200 kilometers east of the capital near the wilds of Awash National Park, Bayuna Village blooms from volcanic scars into a verdant sanctuary, a phoenix of ecotourism reborn. Inaugurated with fanfare by Prime Minister Abiy in late 2024, this eco-lodge village weaves modern marvels into nature's embrace. State-of-the-art bedrooms with lakeview balconies, a cinema hall under the stars, amusement parks for the young at heart, and saunas steaming with geothermal whispers. Once a rugged expanse of lava fields, Bayuna now pulses with green innovation. Solar-powered pathways, organic gardens feeding gourmet kitchens, and wellness retreats that heal body and spirit. It's more than lodging. It's a gateway to Ethiopia's untamed wonders, where flamingos pluck at dawn and lions roar in the distance, all while uplifting Maharara communities through sustainable jobs and cultural preservation. In this lakeside idyll, Ethiopia whispers, progress and paradise can coexist.
የብልጽግናን መሰረት ለመጣል አሁንም ደጋግመን ይቻላል እንድንጨብጠው እንድናየው ከወዲሁ ከአደራ ጭምር ላሳስባችሁ ወዳለሁ። የዛሬ 3 ዓመት ገደማ ወደዚህ ስፍራ ስንመጣ አንዲት ዘለላ ሳር ማየት ብርቅ ነበር። የዛሬ 3 ዓመት ገደማ ይህ ቦታ ሙሉ በሙሉ በረሃ ነበር። ያኔ የነበረን ሞቶ from desert to farmland የሚል ነበር። ይህንን በረሃ ለእርሻ ምቹ ወደሆነ ስፍራ መቀየር አለብን። አፈሩን ማከም አለብን፣ ውሃውን ማከም አለብን፣ አካባቢው መቀየር አለብን። እዚህ ስፍራ ላይ ከተሳካልን፣ በሰቃ ላይ ከተሳካልን የትም የኢትዮጵያ ጫፍ ሊሳካልን የማይችል ቦታ አይኖርም። ከፍተኛ ሙቀት አለ፣ ፍሬሽ ውሃ የለም፣ አፈሩ በአሲድ የተበላ ነው፣ ለኑሮ ምቹ አይደለም የሚባልን ይህንን ስፍራ መለወጥና ምቹ ማድረግ ከቻል በየትኛውም የኢትዮጵያ ጫፍ ብንሄድ ከዚህ የከፋ ፈተና ሊገጥመን ስለማይችል ለኢትዮጵያ ብልጽግና መሰረት መጣል ይቻላል የሚል ሙሉ እምነት ነበረን። በጣም ፈታኝ በጣም አድካሚ ስራ ነበር። ከስራውም በተጨማሪ ለህዝብ እንደሚሰራ ስፍራ ሳይሆን ለሌላ ፐርፐዝ እንደሚሰራ ስፍራ ከሚሰሩ ፕሮፓጋንዳዎች ጋር ታክሎ ይህንን ስራ በቁርጠኝነት መፈጸም ቀላል አልነበረም። ይሁንና በመንግስትና በግል ትብብር በኢትዮጵያ መንግስትና በዩናይትድ አረብ ኤሚሬት ትብብር እንዲሁም ከግል ሴክተር ጥቂቶች በዚህ ስፍራ ያሉ በከፍተኛ ሁኔታ ድጋፍ በማድረጋቸው በገንዘባቸው በእውቀታቸው በጉልበታቸው በማድረጋቸው በትብብር መንፈስ ይህንን በረሃ ገነት ማድረግ ተችሏል። ይህንን በረሃ ገነት ያደረገ እጅና አእምሮ መላው ኢትዮጵያን በዚህ መንገድ ገነት ለማድረግ መነሻ የሆነ ትምህርት እንደቀሰመ ምንም ጥርጥር የለውም። ዛሬ በይኑና በየትኛውም ዓለም ከምናያቸው ሪዞርቶች ሊተካከል የሚችል ኳሊቲ ኢንፍራስትራክቸር ያለው ቦታ ነው።
No longer footnotes in the national story, these corridors forge a unified Ethiopia, where every village gleams as a microcosm of tomorrow's promise. Project 25, Adwa 0km Museum. At the very epicenter of Addis Ababa, where the statue of Emperor Menelik II gazes eternally over Piazza, the Adwa 0km project, affectionately dubbed Adwa 00km, stands as a colossal homage to Ethiopia's unyielding spirit. Begun in 2019 and reaching 90% completion by early 2025, this 100,000 square meter behemoth isn't mere stone and steel. It's a living chronicle of the 1896 Battle of Adwa, Africa's clarion call against colonialism. Envision a soaring museum wing brimming with artifacts, the muskets of heroes, faded maps of defiance, flanked by a 2,000-seat amphitheater echoing with oratory, intimate auditoriums for scholarly symposiums, and youth centers igniting the next generation's fire for history. Libraries archive the unsung tales, while green spaces invite reflection under acacia shade. As Ethiopia hurtles toward its centennial of sovereignty, Adwa 0km anchors the capital's pulse, reminding all, from this 0km radiates a nation's infinite journey, from victory's ashes to visionary heights. Project 26, Adwa Unity Park Expansion. From the historic grounds of the Grand Palace rises Adwa Unity Park, an audacious reimagining of Ethiopia's imperial past into a vibrant public sanctuary, expanded in 2025 to span 60 hectares of curated splendor in the heart of Addis Ababa. Launched by Prime Minister Abiy in 2023 as a symbol of national reconciliation, the park now blooms with indigenous gardens, interactive exhibits on Ethiopia's 3,000-year saga, and a towering unity fountain where water dances to the rhythm of 80 ethnic melodies. Children chase peacocks past restored Menelik-era pavilions, while elders gather in open-air forums debating the future under baobab canopies. Adwa isn't just greenery, it's a living manifesto, a space where Tigrayan, Oromo, Amhara, Somali, and every thread of the Ethiopian tapestry converge in celebration, not division. By 2025, over 5 million visitors have walked its paths, proving that unity, like a seed in fertile soil, can grow into a forest of shared destiny.
Wedigenet Park in Addis Ababa became the vibrant epicenter of love and national pride during a grand mass wedding ceremony. Dozens of couples exchanged vows amid blooming gardens and acacia trees, surrounded by families, traditional music, and fragrant jasmine. The event fused Ethiopia's rich cultural heritage, henna, injera feasts, and eskatista dances, with joyful modern touches. In the heart of Ethiopia's Wedigenet Park, a joyous mass wedding unfolded as dozens of couples celebrated their unions in a vibrant ceremony filled with love, tradition, and communal cheer. This unforgettable event, etched forever in memory for its blend of cultural splendor and heartfelt vows, drew a special guest, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, who graced the occasion by presenting an enormous ceremonial cake to the beaming newlyweds, symbolizing sweetness and shared prosperity for their journeys ahead. The park's symbolic role as a garden of friendship shone brightest when Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed attended, unveiling a towering 5-foot wedding cake adorned with marigold petals and Orthodox crosses. His presence elevated the occasion, transforming Wedigenet Park into more than a green space. It became a living emblem of communal harmony, shared prosperity, and enduring love, forever etched as Ethiopia's cherished stage for unity.
The dawn of Sheger, Ethiopia's ambitious urban odyssey. In the heart of the Horn of Africa, where the majestic Entoto Mountains cradle the cradle of a nation, a bold vision stirs to life. It is October 22, 2022, and under the vast Ethiopian sky, the Oromia regional state unveils Sheger City, a sprawling metropolitan dream encircling the pulsating capital, Addis Ababa. Named after the Oromo word for beauty and goodness, Sheger is no mere expansion. It is a symphony of ambition, a 160,000-acre canvas, spanning 12 subcities, 36 districts, and 40 rural kabels, home to over 2.1 million souls. From the industrial hum of Sabeta to the verdant outskirts of Barayu, its boundaries weave a tapestry of satellite towns: Korajita,
Legetafo, Legadati, Gaylon, and Koyafetch into a unified heartbeat, pulsing with the promise of Africa's premier economic hub by 2042. Imagine the scene. Bulldozers carve paths through sun-baked earth, their rumble a chorus to the visionary's blueprint. Sheger's master plan is a masterstroke of connectivity, a 150-kilometer network of ultra-modern roads, launched in June 2024 with the ceremonial flourish in Kurujita subsidy. The first phase alone, a 38.5-kilometer artery funded by over 4.5 billion Ethiopian birr, binds these subsidies like threads in a grand loom, easing the flow of people, goods, and dreams. Factories in Sabata churn with renewed vigor, green corridors bloom along revitalized riverbanks, and high-rises pierce the horizon, drawing investors from afar. Here, urbanization isn't chaos, it's choreography, a deliberate dance to harness Addis's gravity, channeling economic tides to uplift the encircling realms. Yet, woven into this narrative of progress is the whisper of the Sheger River itself, the lifeblood reborn through the beautifying Sheger Initiative. Launched in 2019 by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, this precursor project, a $1 billion odyssey spanning 69 kilometers of waterways, transforms polluted veins into emerald ribbons. From the northern hills where the river rises, through the city's flood-prone core, to the southern Akaki treatment plant, workers dredge away decades of urban detritus. Friendship Park, unfurled along the Bansiku tributary in 2020, stands as a testament. Manicured lawns where families picnic, bike paths winding like veins of hope, and flood barriers that tame the seasonal fury. Donors rally, $25 million from the Starlit Gala at Menelik Palace, bolstered by the African Development Bank, Italy, China, and Kenya, turning waste into wonder, creating jobs, and inviting citizens to wield brooms in communal catharsis. The air grows cleaner, tourism blooms, and climate's shadow recedes as green spaces multiply like promises kept. But no epic unfolds without shadows. As cranes hoist steel and planners redraw maps, the ground trembles with the echoes of displacement. An estimated 100,000 lives uprooted, homes razed in the name of progress, families of Amhara and other non-Oromo descent bearing the brunt. The Ethiopian Human Rights Commission decries these evictions as violations of law and dignity. A March 2023 report painting strokes of illegality across the canvas. Critics, from the Oromo Federalist Congress to human rights watchdogs, decry an Oromoization agenda, accusing the enclave of Addis of fracturing constitutional threads and stoking ethnic fires. Regional disparities widen, resources strain, and whispers of inequality ripple through the subcities. Is this encirclement a bridge to prosperity or a noose of tension? The debate rages in parliament halls and street-side cafes, a reminder that beauty's bloom demands roots and equity. As the sun sets over Sheger's evolving skyline, the story pauses, not in completion, but in crescendo. Mayor Tishom Adunya and Oromia President Shimelis Abdisa stand at the helm, their gaze fixed on 2042, a city where innovation thrives, governance bends towards responsiveness, and land stewardship ensures no one is left in the dust. Sheger is Ethiopia's wager, a provocative urban poem, equal parts inspiration and caution. In its rivers and roads, we glimpse a nation's resilience, flawed, fervent, and forever reaching for the stars. Will it rise as a beacon or teach through its trials? Only time, that relentless narrator, will tell.
Project 27, Sheger City, the Riverside Renaissance. Along the serpentine banks of the Akiki and Kabena rivers, where once slums clung to polluted floodplains, Sheger City erupts as Ethiopia's most ambitious urban rebirth, a 21st-century metropolis carved from the capital's forgotten fringes. Launched in 2021 and accelerating through 2025, this $15 billion mega project spans 250 hectares, displacing decay with dazzling skylines, glass-clad towers housing fintech hubs, riverside boulevards lined with cafes, and 50,000 modern apartments rising above rehabilitated wetlands. The Sheger waterfront, a 12-kilometer promenade, pulses with life. Joggers at dawn, jazz festivals under leady bridges, and floating markets where farmers from the corridor sell directly to city dwellers. Sewage, once choking the rivers, now fuels biogas plants. Floodwalls double as public art galleries. Sheger isn't just a city, it's a statement. Addis Ababa, long a highland capital of stone and spirit, now claims its place among global riverside jewels, from Singapore's Marina Bay to Seoul's Han River. Here, Ethiopia's youth code the future while elders sip buna beneath solar canopies, all breathing the same clean air of possibility.